Hello and welcome into the show, everyone. I am Preston Poole. That is Tyler Adams, Teabag. This is Unadvised here on the Sports Animal YouTube and our very own X account at Unadvised Pod. It's been a while. I made that new intro and I forgot I made the thing 30 seconds. So it just we were sitting here in the little
I was
chat room
confused for a second, but then I was like, Preston will figure this out for us.
Yes, that's the new,
yeah, good to be back. I've had a chaotic 2 weeks. I went on a bachelor party, which then led to a still getting over quite of sickness. I don't know if it was directly related to the bachelor party, but I don't think the bachelor party helped any. Not sleeping hardly at all for 3 straight nights. But yeah, I was sicker than a dog over the weekend. I'm still getting over it, but good to be back. We're finally back after what, 2 weeks? 3 weeks?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I
Been a
can't
while.
remember. Look, you don't go to New Orleans and just not pick something up, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of like Vegas.
Yeah, and this is what I'll tell everyone. This is how you know I was sick. I had a remote schedule for Saturday that was going to pay me an extra $200, and I had to say bye-bye to it. So I quite literally could not talk.
Oh man, that's
awesome. We're going to figure that one out. I need that money.
Well, we're here. It is March. Today is our bracket show. And we'll get into that in just a second. But before that, I have 2 notes written down here on this on the back side of one of the brackets that I did that come from today. It is Borg and flea market are the 2 things that I have here on my sheet. So we'll start with Borg because I saw you tweet this out a little bit ago, and I heard Matt Ravis talking about it the other day. It's not something that I've ever done. It was never like appealing to me. But why is this something that we're talking about in 2025?
So I guess on St. Patrick's Day, Borgs were just prevalent in the Boston area. Led to a lot of fights. Made some headways or headlines. And yeah, Phil brought that up this morning. I also heard Matt Ravens talk about it. And I kind of feel like every 2 or 3 years, people like kind of discover what a Borg is.
Yeah,
I know for a fact that Borg's been around since I was at least like a junior in high school, which was 2017. I think it was at least 2016, 2017-ish. I didn't really partake in them until college. They are, for those that don't know, you get a gallon of water, dump half the water out, pour the rest of the vodka, get Mio, put some flavor in there, and you're good to go for the night. The reason it was appealing to me more than anything was outside of this, the chaotic drunk you got, was instead of like having to like stash your beer somewhere or hold your beer case all night with another beer in your hand, you just had a gallon. You just had a gallon. You took it with you everywhere you went. You bring it in the car with you easily. You could walk around town with it. I retired. I remember when we were talking about the show this morning, I was like, I haven't done one since I was probably 19 or 20. But then I remembered probably about 3 years ago, almost on the dot. It was like either right before or right after our spring break when we realized, college career is coming to an end.
Yeah.
We got to, start going kind of hard.
You gotta go out with a bang, right?
Final stretch. And I remember it was like a Wednesday and everyone's like, no test today, nothing. All right, we can all skip class. All my buddies just skipped class, played beer night in the front yard and drank a Borg. And I just remember waking up in a recliner at like 5 a.m. And I skipped class Thursday because I was so hungover.
Oh yeah,
I could not function. And that was the last time I've had a Borg. I did make a proclamation today at the Thunder win a championship. I will Borg it up at the parade. So
let's get a blue one.
Hopefully I have another one. Hopefully I will have another one. But as of now, I'm retired from the Borg until the Thunder win a championship.
Something about water, vodka, and whatever type of flavoring you want just doesn't do it for me. I'm not a vodka guy.
I remember there was one night where all they had left was like grape Mio. Oh,
that's tough. Yeah, that's tough. We used to do in high school. We used to do like orange juice and tequila, like a jug of orange juice.
Yep.
With tequila. So
yeah, the tropical punch, you can do that too.
Yes, yeah. That's the way we went. Or Faderade, you put a little vodka in Gatorade, and it'll get you set. And then my other one is flea market, because you guys were talking about malls and all this other stuff, and I didn't catch all of this segment, but you've never been to a flea market? Is that what I understand?
I don't think I've been to like a good flea market. Maybe like I'm like, what is a flea market? That's the thing.
Old Paris is what I would describe as a flea market.
Old Paris. Here, let me look.
That's all I need to know is you don't know what Old Paris is. Old
Yeah.
Paris is off of I-40.
I'm looking at it.
You know where the bus stop is off of I believe it's MLK and I-40 right there
Yeah.
with so it's south of that on the other side of the river. It's a flea market.
Okay.
And you can buy bong, you can buy a knife.
I've been to a flea market. I don't frequent them, but
I was gonna say I'm gonna have to take you to Old Paris if you haven't been. So
I need to check out Old Paris. I haven't been here. This looks like a whole nother world. Like, this doesn't look
trust
like
me,
Oklahoma.
it is a whole nother world. Trust me.
Yeah, that is. This is a 365-day operation as well, or is this like once a year?
No, it's open all the time. I don't know like what days of the week, but it's open throughout the year.
Yeah, because it's parking lot filled.
I haven't been in a handful of years, but we used to go all the time, like in college to get our smoking utensils, if you will, because they sell
testing the new tobacco products.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, 100%. All right, so that's just what I just wanted to ask you those questions. Get that out of the way. All right, so I did mention we are going to do a little bracket challenge, I guess, if you will, or we're going to fill out a bracket, and I'll pop up all the rules right here. So for our bracket, we decided to make some rules. So like in the first round, we have to pick at least 5 upsets. And let me tell you, I love upsets, so that will be no problem for me. Because I absolutely love the upsets. Round 2, we got to lose a 1 seed. I have my eyes on one.
I have my eyes on one too. I think it might be the same one.
It probably is.
Let's not spoil it, but I think there's a popular one pick.
Yes, right, I think that's very easy. Sweet 16, we have to have a 10 seed or a higher in the Sweet 16. Elite 8, we have to have 4 conference tournament winners. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be like one of the big 5 conferences or what. It could be a mid-major conference as well, just conference tournament winners. And the final 4, we can't have any 2 teams from the same conference. So every team in the final 4 has to be from a different conference. So those are the rules for our little bracket show we're going to do tonight. We'll pull that away and let's see if I can pop this up. I've never done this on here, so we'll see if this works. All right, yeah, there we go. Cool. So what we'll do is we'll talk about each game. We'll go through and we will pick winners. Can you see that good enough?
Yeah, I see it. I see it clear.
Awesome. So yeah, the rules, we had those, and let's just get started. I mean, this 116, it'll be Auburn versus the teams playing right now is Alabama State and St. Francis. I believe that game is still going on. It might be close to over at the moment, but I think we can agree that Auburn moves on in this. I don't think there will be a 16-1 upset in this one. Now, this is where it gets a little tricky. Do we want to call upsets? I don't think an 8-9 game is an upset if a 9 wins.
No.
Because they're close, but I think 7-10 is an upset. Do you agree with that?
I would say so.
All right, cool. So
this is a single digit for single digit. It doesn't feel like an upset. It's when you get the double digit.
Exactly. Yes.
I'm leaning Louisville, Preston. That's where I'm leaning right now. They got that one stud. God, what's his name? But he went off in the ACC tournament, hit a game winner.
Let me talk you into Creighton a little bit, because Creighton shoots the ball way better than Louisville. And the only reason I know this is I hit the preview on a couple of these games because I was like, I don't know much about these teams.
Me and Preston are not college basketball experts. Let's make this very clear.
This is why this is fun, because we have no clue.
I feel like I'm super smart because I was sick all weekend, and so all I did was watch college basketball. So now I feel like I'm super smart. But like I said, I watched like 3 Louisville games. I can't remember the star player's name.
Also, my other thing is Creighton is just an NCAA tournament team.
Yeah.
Creighton, they get into the tournament and they ball. Yeah, the blue collar. First one's off the bus. Last one's out of the locker room. That's why I like Creighton, but we can put it up to debate here, or to debate here, whichever you might think.
Well, can I say a spoiler?
Yeah.
For what? So maybe we do have a different number one upset, because I think if Louisville wins this game, I think Auburn is a big time upset watch in round 2 because that game's going to be played in Lexington, which I know Kentucky is Lexington, but Louisville is in Kentucky. So that game will be a very heavy Louisville crowd. But Preston, you've done the preview. If you think I do like Creighton, like they are some blue collar dogs.
Creighton shoots the ball way better than Louisville.
All right, let's go Creighton. Let's go Creighton.
All right.
We can always circle back too. We can always circle back.
Yes. We won't submit until we're positive about these teams. All right, Michigan, UC San Diego. This is a popular upset that everyone's taking.
It's a close spread. It's a close, like 3-point spread right now, I think.
It is a very, very popular upset that a lot of people are taking right now. But you know what I say? I don't think that's the team in this side of the bracket that's going to get upset.
All right, I'll ride it with you. Michigan's hot too right now. This is the Big Ten tourney.
I think Michigan advances on. Now, here's where things get a little bit tricky for me. Yeah, A&M, they're a 4 seed, but Yale's got
in the year.
This is another right here where it has upset written all over it, and I actually think Yale beats Texas A&M in the first round.
Let's go for it. I like Ivy League. Ivy League basketball. They play smart. They play good. They play hard.
Yes.
They have continuity because usually you don't transfer from an Ivy League because you want the Ivy League degree unless you've already gotten the degree. So they'll have some continuity. And A&M, I watched the A&M Auburn game 2 weeks ago, whenever it was. It was the regular season, and A&M was like on a 5-game losing streak. So it's not like they've been playing terribly hot lately.
Yeah, no, 100%. And I think you got to take that into account. By the way, Yale won the Ivy League conference title. So, by the way, St. Francis is up 50-49 over Alabama State right now, about halfway through the second half. So that's one of the first 4 games going on right now. All right, how about Ole Miss taking on either San Diego State or UNC? That game going to be later tonight after this St. Francis Alabama State game. I think it's just simply Ole Miss.
Yeah, I'll go Ole Miss here.
Yeah, I think it's just as easy as that. It's Ole Miss.
Also screwed North Carolina for everything right now.
Yeah, right. By the way, West Virginia's head coach, he's on to Indiana now. So West Virginia getting hit a little hard at the moment after them not making it into the tournament. By the way, 111, whatever they want to call it, bracket people have them in. And the committee leaves them out. That's just crazy. I don't think you can
nuts. Bubba Cunningham does it again.
And he got $70,000. So all right, Iowa State, Lipscomb. Don't overthink it. It's Iowa State, right?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm not going to take Iowa State far in this tournament. I don't think though. They struggle.
So currently we have one upset, A&M or Yale beating A&M. So we need at least 4 more upsets. So we're almost through the South region of the bracket. All right, how about Marquette taking on New Mexico? You got Richard Pitino, the head coach of New Mexico. Marquette, who is it? Shaka Smart is the head coach there at Marquette. They were good last year. I picked them to make a deep run last year. I think they did. I don't think so this year. I think it's the year of the Patinos, and I think New Mexico gets it done against Marquette.
Yeah, hold on. I'm going to pull up the spread in this game. I want to see what this one is. This is Marquette minus 3.5. So that's a close spread. So I would lean. Let's take New Mexico here. Let's do it.
All right, that's another one of our upsets. Michigan State, I think they're really good. Yeah. They're going to beat the hell out of Brian.
Yeah.
All right, so we've got 2 upsets so far. Need a couple more here in the first round. Florida, they're going to beat the absolute hell out of Norfolk State. We'll move on. This one is interesting. You have
we got to take OU. As much as I don't want to, we got to.
Very interesting though, because UConn, 2-time defending national champs, taking on Oklahoma, who hasn't been in the tournament since I don't even remember when.
Was it 2021?
It might.
I think it was a year with Austin Reeves. Was the last time.
Yes, that is correct. I think they lost in the first round, or maybe won a game and then got bounced out. So, but yeah,
and OU also will have the best player on the court in this game with Jeremiah Fears.
Yeah, 100%. So we'll take Oklahoma to play SEC foe Florida. We'll see how that works in the second round. Memphis and Colorado State.
Colorado
I'm gonna
State.
say this is another one.
That's the 12-5 right there.
Yeah, it's another one where it has upset written all over it.
Yep.
I think a lot of people in Vegas are picking on
their favorite.
Colorado State. Yeah,
they're a 1.5 favorite. Yeah.
So Colorado State there. That is what our third upset. Maryland. I think they're going to win. I know that Grand Canyon is just not as good as Maryland. I think Maryland's a decent basketball team. And here's another one here. Missouri versus Drake. Drake, you can't tell me they're not a tournament team. You hear the name Drake and you just think NCAA tournament.
30-3. They're 30-3.
Yeah.
They've won basketball games. Look, I also know the SEC has been unreal at college basketball this year. But kind of what happens a lot. We saw with the Big 12 for years and years. Whenever you are a top dog in the conference, or whenever you are the top dog conference, sometimes you kind of get upset in the tournament. And so I think Missouri is one of those teams that's going to upset the SEC a little early. So yeah, I'm with you on this one. Let's take some Drake.
So Drake there in the first round. I think that puts up to 4 now upsets. Like I said, I love upsets, and I'm glad you like upsets as well.
The whole point. Exactly. One of March Madness without upsets.
Tech, I think Tech wins against UNC Wilmington. This is a very interesting game because you have Bill Self, John Calipari, and look who's waiting on the other side here. Oh, Rick Pitino. And I know who Rick Pitino wants to play.
Oh,
that is John Calipari in Arkansas. So give me the Hogs in this one.
I'm going to take the Hogs in this one for this bracket. I do think Kansas is going to find a way to win because Arkansas is beat up. But for the sake of Calipari and Pitino, woo, pig, suey.
Yes. So that is our fifth upset. And then St. John's, I really like the Johnnies this year. So
I think I put them in my Final Four in my bracket.
Yeah, I have them going pretty far in my my bracket.
All right,
Duke.
Yeah.
We'll talk a little bit more.
This is an interesting one.
This is, and I keep going back and forth.
Close spread.
So Mississippi State didn't really end the season the best, losing to Oklahoma. And I forget who they lost to in the SEC tournament. And then Baylor, I'll tell you right now, I have no clue what's going on with Baylor this year.
Yeah, they're like 10. They're a solid Baylor team. Just a solid Baylor team is all they are. You know what? I'll say let's go with Baylor in this one just because of Scott Drew. Yeah. National championship coach. Got to respect that he's going to win a tournament game.
Yeah, I think I picked Baylor as well. I think Oregon beats up on Liberty. I think that's easy. I like Akron, but I think Arizona is a good basketball squad, and they're going to take care.
Another interesting game coming up right here.
This is very interesting because BYU. I even saw one of their accounts, like their fan accounts, saying, "Is BYU cursed in the NCAA tournament?"
This is a bad matchup.
VCU just screams NCAA again. There's a handful of teams that just scream NCAA tournament, and VCU is one of those. So I don't hate the upset here.
Sorry, I'm getting text from Mr. Kerry Murdoch. Loves his sunglasses. Sorry, Kerry, I'm not there anymore. I was at the 68 team giveaway earlier with our friend Kerry. Great event, Twin Peaks, just absolutely amazing. Got a Philly cheesesteak about to devour after the show. Can't wait. Man, Preston, this is a coin flip for me. This is because BYU is a really good team. They won tough road games in the Big 12. They closed out strong in the Big 12. The VCU, like you said, screams tournament. I don't have a say. If you don't have one either, we can flip a coin or something right now. I take one. I'll ride it.
I like the Mormons. I like BYU
all right.
In this one.
I'll take the Mormons with you.
So we'll take. Al
Ashback did ask tonight if someone was Mormon when they got BYU, and he said, "Well, you are now." When they said no.
That sounds like Al. Wisconsin. I think Wisconsin beats Montana. Montana. It has to be like their first NCAA tournament, right? Or I don't remember Montana ever making.
I'm sure they've made it, but nothing we can remember. I'll take Wisconsin in this one.
So we'll ride with Big Cat and his Badgers. St. Mary's and Vanderbilt.
Dude, swears are different this year.
Yes. St. Mary's and Vanderbilt. These are two tournament teams. Again, I keep bringing this up. Tournament teams. Vanderbilt And look, Vanderbilt hasn't been as good as what they, once were. Like when we were growing up, I feel like Vanderbilt was always like a top 5 seed. But St. Mary's in the same conference as Gonzaga, they are a very good basketball team, or basketball school, I should say. So this is kind of a coin flip for me. I don't really have any.
Let's give St. Mary's here. Let's give them some respect for winning the West Coast Conference. They didn't win the tournament, but they won the regular season outright. So give a little respect there.
That deserves some, for sure.
Straight up in Shed's conference.
Yes, 100%. Yeah, and then Bama. I think Bama is a pretty good squad. All right, and then Houston, we'll go with them. I think all the 1 seeds will for sure advance. No problem.
Gonzaga, Georgia. I just feel like we got to go with Mark Few, unless you feel different.
Yeah, no, 100%. Gonzaga is always decent in the NCAA tournament. By the way, they are, I believe, 3rd in net rating this year. Gonzaga is, so that's pretty good. Now here, this one is one that I like an upset. McNeese State taking on Clemson. Clemson doesn't scream basketball school to me at all. When I think of Clemson, all I think of is football and maybe like baseball. I don't even think about Clemson basketball. So what are your thoughts on this one? Because I kind of like McNeese State.
Yeah. Let's see. All right. Spread is 7.5 Clemson, but Will Wade is a hell of a coach.
Yes.
Press, we already got the 12-5. Are we going to get 2?
Hey, it's March. Anything can happen, right?
All right, let's take it. Screw it. Why not? Why not?
Why stop now, right? Why stop now? All right, just a couple more games left here in the first round. I think Purdue's going to beat High Points. Great name, though. Great name by High Points.
And they had an awesome moment in their conference tournament with their white boy doing the
and by the way, McNeese State,
job's not bigger than mine.
Yeah, McNeese State, the manager that they have, is awesome. He's already gotten some NIL deals.
I saw that.
The manager has. So, I think Illinois beats either Texas or Xavier, and then I think Kentucky beats Troy, and then 2 more. I'll go ahead. I think Tennessee will win, but this one right here, I don't know what to think on this one. The 7-10s are always for me kind of like, I don't really know. It could go either way for me.
Let's see. UCLA is a 4.5-point spread, so Vegas thinks it'll be close. Let's go UCLA.
Basketball.
I know they're a quad. I know they're considered a quad 1 win this year, so they're pretty good.
Okay, so that means we end up having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 upsets.
All right,
so we need a 5. We got.
We'll take that. One of those is gonna hit. One of those is gonna hit.
So the round of 32, we have to eliminate a 1 seed. And we were on the same wave path, Teabag. I think it's going to be Auburn. And look, Creighton might not be the one that advances out of that game, but I still think Auburn's an early exit because they are just not playing well right now.
Yeah, I'll take Creighton with you.
So we'll roll with Creighton there as number 1. Auburn gets bounced out in the second round. Now Michigan versus Yale. As much as I love the nerds at Yale, Michigan's on a roll right now, winning the Big Ten. I think they win that game.
Yeah, we'll take them.
And then Ole Miss, Iowa State. Ole Miss,
Sean Davis for Iowa State.
Yeah,
he's player.
He's pretty good. And then what's the guy at Ole Miss from Oklahoma? Padula. He can knock down some shots. So I don't know how to go on this one. I'll leave it up to you.
I'll take Ole Miss. We'll take Ole Miss. Yeah, I think Iowa State's going to get disappointed this year.
So Ole Miss moves on. New Mexico, Michigan State. As much as I like Richard Pitino and New Mexico, I think Michigan State's one of the best teams in the tournament.
Yeah, Sparty.
And then Florida taking on Oklahoma. By the way, I don't know if you've heard this yet, but I've made a bet with, I guess really myself. It's a tattoo bet, if you will. So the other day, I don't know. I think it might have been when you were out of town on the Thunder recap. Matt Ravis said that if the Oklahoma City Thunder win the title this year, he will get a Larry O'Brien tattooed on him somewhere. And I thought,
wait, who's Matt said that?
Yeah, Matt Ravis. And I thought, man, Matt, that's not really like that's a small tattoo. That's not really much. So I said, if Porter Moser and the Oklahoma Sooners win the national championship, whenever Porter Moser's at Oklahoma, by the way, this is not just this year.
Oh, this is gonna be forever.
I will get a tattoo of Porter Moser cutting down the nets tattooed on my back.
Dude, that's that's a bet. That's a bet right there.
It is. Now, after I made that bet, they went on to win 3 games in a row. So I did not expect that. But I don't think Oklahoma is beating.
Yeah, Florida's really good. Florida's really good. Hey, if you're OU, you'll take a tournament win. You'll take a tournament win with the
wins. I think a first round, especially, is how the last couple of years have went. You'll take that.
Yeah.
I got Maryland in this one against Colorado State.
Too.
I'm trying to look and see who all I had written down earlier so I can remember here. All right, Drake taking on Texas Tech. I think Tech wins this one.
Yeah.
As much as I like Drake in the tournament, this is Texas Tech, and then I'm rolling with the Johnnies against Arkansas.
Johnnies.
I think Pitino finally gets But you know that after that's like a game where Pitino wins the tournament right there. He could be happy after that, beating John Calipari. Number 1 Duke taking on Baylor.
Duke.
This is Duke all day. Number 5 Oregon taking on number 4 Arizona.
Out of the Pac-12. We'll take Arizona. We'll take Arizona.
I'm gonna say that's a coin flip for me. So yeah, we'll take Arizona there. I think Wisconsin beats up on BYU. And I think Bama rolls on St. Mary's.
Yep.
Then we have Houston and Gonzaga. I think Houston beats Gonzaga. I think McNeese State ends their tournament as they lose to Purdue. And then I think Kentucky beats Illinois.
Yeah, I'll take Kentucky.
And then I think Tennessee beats UCLA.
Yeah, I'll take Tennessee.
I just think like the top of this tournament.
The top is very good. The upsets are to come in the first round for sure.
Yeah, 100%. I got Michigan. Sweet 16. What we have to have a 10 seed or higher. Do we even have a 10 seed left? We may have to go back. Yeah, we don't even have a 10 seed.
Oh boy.
So we're gonna have to go back and find a 10 seed. What about Drake beating Texas Tech?
No, because I think Texas Tech's really good. I think Texas Tech's an Elite 8 type team.
What else do we have here? McNeese beating Purdue.
Screw it.
All right, we'll take McNeese State beating.
I mean, Purdue outside of Zach Edey, they're not really a tournament team. I mean, they make it every year, but they don't advance far ever. So
yeah, so we have a 10 seed or higher in the Sweet 16. Now going into the Elite 8, we have to have 4 conference tournament winners. Okay. So one would be Michigan.
Yep.
This one, no one won the
Michigan State too.
That would be awesome. We'll take Florida here because they won the SEC tournament. St. John's because they won the Big East, and then Duke because they won the ACC, and that's our conference tournament winners. This game right here is going to be very interesting.
Hold on, let's scroll up real quick. St. John's versus Texas Tech. Yeah, we'll take St. John's. I do think Texas Tech's really good, and that's going to be a hell of a game. But
I just think St. John's. Yeah.
It's a year Pitino. It's just
yes. All right, Wisconsin, Alabama. What are you feeling on that?
Give me Alabama. Final 4 team last year. Out for it this year.
Bama moves on to the Elite 8 to take on Duke. If this happens, Houston will absolutely roll McNeese State. Yeah. And then I like Tennessee.
I kind of like Tennessee too. I don't think Kentucky is all they're cracked up to be. It's kind of crazy they're 3 seed.
Yeah, Rick Barnes can coach some basketball. So, all right, the Final Four. Heading into the Final Four, we can't have 2 teams from the same conference. So this is a good one here that'll knock out 1 team out of a conference. Michigan State. What are you feeling on this?
I'm feeling Sparty.
I agree. Florida and St. John's. As much as I want St. John's to go to the Final Four, I think Florida is just by far the best team in this tournament.
Yeah, they're playing really good right now.
So that means we would have to take Duke because we can't have another SEC team,
and
then we would have to take Houston. So now in the Final Four, we can just pick whoever we want to make the title, and I think Florida wins this matchup.
Yep, I think Duke Houston's a hell of a game. I'm gonna take Duke.
All right,
three NBA players.
I'm on the same wave. What do you think the total points will be?
It's gonna be a good high scoring game. 178. 178.
All right. So that is our brackets.
Well, who do we have winning it all?
Oh, that is true.
I can't pick Duke. If you want to pick Duke, pick Duke. But I can't. I don't
like Duke either, so we'll roll with Florida to win the tournaments this season. So we'll go all the way back here, run back what we had here. Here's some of our picks here this year.
When was the last time Lipscomb made a tournament? I'm gonna look that one up.
I don't know. I feel like this might be the first one. So all the action getting started Thursday. Should be good fun. I always like this time of year.
2018. It's only their second appearance. So
second appearance. Okay. Yeah. So we'll submit that brackets, and there we go. We picked Florida. How about that?
Us. 3 1s and a 2.
Look at us. Yes, we.
I do think the Final Four is going to be a top a top heavy bracket though.
Yeah, no, I think
especially when you get into the Elite Eight Final Four. Like we said, there's just a lot of really good teams of college basketball this year at the top, and I think that's also just another thing of NIL in the transfer portal is if you're a good player at a smaller school, you're just going to go take the money and play at a bigger school.
Yeah, no, 100%. Yeah,
March hopefully it won't. I don't think it will because there's just magic to it. But March maybe loses a little bit of its glory going forward with the NIL and transfer portal with the way it is right now. But then again, who would have ever guessed Jack Golke would be a legend we still talk about to this day from last year?
Yeah, and some G League team he's playing. And by the way,
I was on Thunder preseason.
Yeah, he was with the Thunder preseason. His highlights against Kentucky popped up on my TikTok earlier today, and I was like,
baller.
That was such an awesome
just game. Even shoot a two-pointer, just shot threes. Which is,
yeah.
If you're going to play in the NCAA tournament,
every shot he takes is like a fadeaway three.
Yeah,
too.
They're
like,
horrible shots. And they all went in. See, Paul was like,
awesome.
That's a bad shot. I don't care what anyone says, man.
Yes. And that's why I love the tournament is because you have those games literally starting at 11 a.m. They go all the way till 9 p.m. Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday and Sunday. So you get 4 days of just nonstop basketball.
Yeah.
And I like to watch, as much as I can. By the way, the Sooners play UConn at 8:25 on Friday night.
Yeah.
I believe that game is on TNT as well. So we'll see. I mean, any thoughts on Oklahoma, heading into the tournament?
Well, like I said, against UConn, I do like their chances. Jeremiah Fears is going to be the best player in the court. I do think OU has been playing good basketball lately, even the games they've lost. Now UConn,
they're not the same UConn.
They're not the same UConn. So I do like OU's chances in that game, but once they play Florida in that second round, I don't give much of a prayer. I mean, Florida just demolished them earlier in the year.
And how about the Pokes in the NIT?
Yeah, 8:00 tonight. Woo. Go win it. Like, why not? If you're in it, might as well go win it.
And then both women's teams, Oklahoma State and Oklahoma, decently high seeds. I know OU is hosting first round in Norman, so good stuff by the basketball teams here in the state of Oklahoma.
OSU, if they win, they get the pleasure of playing UConn in stores. So,
how great!
Yeah,
Paige Beckers taking on Oklahoma State.
Yeah,
that
maybe
would
we
be
do some tampering while we're down there. And
senior,
or maybe.
I think she's like a super senior. It feels like she's been in college.
Yeah,
for like
I do
10
too.
years.
I was going to say, like right when I said like do some tampering, I was like, oh, she probably is.
Yeah, I think she'll be in the WNBA.
Yeah.
All right, anything else before we get out of here?
Yeah, I got one quick question, Thunder question for you, Preston. Are the Thunder tanking tomorrow night versus Sixers? Because the Thunder don't need to win. They're sitting everyone, and they don't want the Sixers to win either. So are they going to tank a game as they're going for a championship?
I think so.
Is this going to be the first time ever?
as soon as the game ended on what day was it? Monday? No, Sunday. By the way, those two games were two of the longest games all season, the Saturday game and the Sunday game, but
the Sunday game was ridiculous.
They were both just so long. After that, I mean, you could see just Shea was tired, and guys talking about Shea being tired. Mark Daignault even said that a lot of the guys were tired. Yeah, I think they're going to sit him, and I think because last time they waited till like the last second, I think, and that's when they got hit by the NBA for whatever stupid rule that the NBA has that they don't enforce on any other team. But I think, I think it's A, getting rest for those guys. I think they are tired, and B, why not lose the game? Because then that just helps your chances of getting the Sixers pick, right?
Yeah, why not? Why not, indeed.
But I think that's just the main reason is why not try and make sure that you get that pick? Because who is it? Dub, Shea. I know iHeart was like a game time decision, I think, tomorrow. Most of the main players are sitting out for sure tomorrow for the Thunder, which they should. I mean, look, they're 24-1 against the Eastern Conference, and they're taking on a Philadelphia team that just sucks this year because everyone on the team's gotten hurt. I mean, Paul George is out for the season. Joel Embiid, I don't think ever even played this season, and then Tyrese Maxey looks like he's probably going to end up being out for the season as well. So, why not try and lose to the Sixers to get that pick?
Yeah, just tank it. Why not? You're going to win the championship. Go ahead and take it. Get Cooper Flag, or I guess you can't get Cooper Flag. Get the Kanaki kid or whatever his name is from Duke.
Yeah. It was the one that was knocking down threes the other day. Yeah. Like his first shot, he just pulled up from the parking lot and knocked it down. So, but all right, that's gonna do it for us. We'll be back probably this weekend. I don't even remember when the Thunder play. I just know
play Wednesday. They don't play Thursday. So
okay, possibly. I think I have some family coming in town Thursday, so don't know if we'll be able to do a show then, but for sure this weekend. But I'm Preston Poole. That is Tyler Adams. Has been Unadvised, the 2025 bracket show here on the Sports Animal YouTube. Yes, experts, if you will. Yeah. Until next time, have a good one, everyone.